Psychological warfare only works if panic is permitted. The broadcasts began before the fleets could move. Human cities lit up with images of burning colonies. Names of dead soldiers scrolled across civilian networks. Synthetic voices predicted extinction timelines down to the hour. Across alien space, commanders waited for riots, for fear, for collapse. Instead, human command centers logged the attacks, updated threat matrices, and continued operations. Because panic was not an option. It was a failure condition, the weaponization of fear. Strategist Prime Keth Valor authorized phase psyche with reluctance. He understood its effectiveness. Psychological warfare had broken civilizations faster than fleets ever could. The plan was precise. No threats to military targets. No strategic announcements. Only civilian pressure. Human social networks were flooded with fabricated casualty reports. False emergency alerts warned of incoming strikes. Deepfake footage showed Iron Command officers surrendering. The objective was simple: force Iron Command to divert resources inward. If civilians panicked, doctrine would fracture. Valor expected resistance. What he did not expect was silence. Human military channels did not respond publicly. Human leadership made no addresses. Iron Command issued no reassurance. That worried him more than panic ever could, waiting for the break. Alien intelligence monitored human population centers obsessively. They expected riots, mass evacuations, command disobedience, information leaks. Instead, they observed something unfamiliar. Compliance. Civilian shelters filled calmly. Emergency protocols activated without hysteria. Local authorities followed pre-existing contingency plans. Not heroism. Procedure. Human doctrine extended beyond the military. It had been rehearsed into the population. Valor reviewed historical data, Earth wars, disaster response drills, decades of normalization around emergency readiness. A chilling realization formed. Humans had been preparing their civilians for this, not emotionally, structurally. The internal pressure. Inside Iron Command, the pressure was real. Reports of civilian distress arrived continuously. Families of Atlas crews were targeted specifically. Messages blamed command decisions for every loss. Junior officers requested permission to respond publicly. They were denied. One admiral submitted a dissent memorandum. It was acknowledged, then archived. Iron Command doctrine states, command exists to make decisions civilians should never have to. That meant absorbing the hatred, the blame, the silence. Flashback footage replayed quietly in command archives. Commodore Elias Wren weeks before Helios Verge. If civilians understand what we're doing, they'll demand we stop. That means we're already too late. Iron Command did not harden itself against the enemy. It hardened itself against sympathy. When the weapon fails. Phase psyche intensified. Alien broadcasters escalated their claims. Entire human planets allegedly lost. Fabricated surrender treaties released. Countdowns to final human collapse ran continuously. Still, Iron Command did not react. That was when something unexpected happened. The broadcasts stopped spreading. Human civilians stopped sharing them. Not because they believed Iron Command, but because the content no longer changed anything. Emergency routines continued. Supply distribution stabilized. Communications became localized and practical. Fear requires novelty. Iron Command had removed it. Valor realized the truth too late. Psychological warfare assumes a civilian population expects protection. Humans expected orders, and orders had already been given long ago. The strategist's conclusion. Valor terminated phase psyche unilaterally. The data was undeniable. Psychological warfare had not weakened Iron Command. It had strengthened it. Human command cohesion increased. Civilian compliance improved. Operational tempo remained unchanged. Valor recorded a private assessment never shared with his superiors. Human command does not panic because panic was designed out of the system. Their civilians do not demand comfort. They demand structure. He understood now why Atlas had held without protest, why logistics warfare had succeeded, why silence had been humanity's most effective weapon. Because Iron Command did not require belief, only obedience to doctrine. The war would not be decided by fear. It would be decided by inevitability. And Iron Command had already written the ending.